Good morning, everyone. How's everyone doing this morning? It's been a very busy weekend with Purim, and it's tonight's Erev Purim. So Hag Sameach, and welcome back to Yoga Shalom at Home. I'm Reb Cantor Lisa Levine, and I'm going to be your guide this morning into the world of yoga through a Jewish lens. This week brings us into the second week of Adar and Purim, the day marked by our survival from certain destruction. We put on masks and costumes. We eat hamantashen, perform dramatic spiels in comic ways, and drink until we can no longer remember the name of he who shall not be named. If only we could take off our masks and reveal the truth of what really happened in our history, what's really happening in our own lives today. Our mat is our mirror, and our breath is the water that washes away the masks we keep in place, really for our own survival. Let's do a deep dive into what it is we need most. What brings us awe? I just heard this amazing talk on NPR about awe and how important awe is to put things in perspective. And I think Purim does that as well, because it's this holiday that has such large implications, and yet it's so important for our own personal growth and feelings and just how we walk through the world. Today, our practice will be done using a chair seated and then as a prop. So I am going to stand. If you don't have a chair nearby, it's absolutely fine. You can just use the mat. But this practice is meant to be done in a chair. I'm going to show you some new moves today and some gentle ways of releasing tension and stress while seated or using the chair as a prop. These can really be helpful with all the sitting we do these days, where we find ourselves next to a chair. So I'm also going to be talking about Satya, the second limb of the Yaman ethical system, because it's one of the most important tenets of Judaism, emet, truth. And that's going to play into our focus today. As we seek our emet, our truth, I invite you to close the eyes for a moment and imagine a candle flame in the center of the third eye. It's also Chokhmah, wisdom eye. Allow the thoughts of the day to dissipate. Picture the white purity of the flame of the neshama, the spirit. Take a pure-hearted journey into the center of the flame. Clear the mind, swallow in the throat, and gaze into nothingness. And bring your mind into stillness. Let go of all your agendas and to-do lists. And bring yourself into this moment, this space dedicated to truth, to satya, to emet, to self-knowing, to self-care. Let's continue focusing on that flame. And let's continue with our body scan. So ground down into the sits bones. Lift from the top of the spine. Imagine there's a string attached to the keter, to the crown. melting down from the crown right into that third eye, that wisdom center, into the mouth area, the source of kindness, Bina, understanding. Allow that cleansing light of truth to melt down into the shoulders and allow the shoulders to fall away from the ears. Become aware of all the sphirot, the energy centers of the body, bringing truth and balance to mind, body, spirit. As this light that's coming in through that string attached to the source, imagine life-giving waters melting down, washing away anything you don't need from the right arm, the left arm. Chesed and Gevurah, strength, compassion, being balanced into Tiferet, heart center. We're going to talk a lot about opening the heart to truth. Allow that light and that cleansing to melt down the spine, into the right leg and the left leg. Netzach, Hod, humility and strength, endurance. Allow that energy to meld in Yesod, in the belly. Endurance, humility, blended for truth. And allow that cleansing to flow down the legs into the feet. As you connect the feet to Shekhinah and move back so my feet can be connected in a block. Connect the feet all the way down in to the earth, Shekhinah. Continue to allow the light of the heart to shine out, the truth. To shine a light into what you need most today. And allow this washing away of any stress, any tension, any fear, anything that's keeping you from yourself. Imagine that life-giving water flowing from the top of the head all the way to the soles of your feet. Creating energy, creating shefa, creating truth, and that. Now I have my hands on my knees, but I'm going to bring my fingers into a mudra right on top of the knees and drop the awareness into the breath. We're going to use this breath today literally to wash out anything we don't need. In order to do that, we need to release all the breath from the body by pulling the belly button to the spine. And then inhaling through the nostrils into the lower belly, into the lower lungs, into the upper lungs. And if you need to feel that, you can bring your hands to the belly and the chest. And then as you exhale, allow the chest to relax. And then the belly to pull inward toward the spine. We did this lying down last week. It was great. Squeeze all the air out. Then inhale again. Slowly inhaling. Lower belly. Expand the lungs as much as you possibly can. We're going to continue to do that. And then release the air slowly. Keep the focus on that flame in the third eye. Let go of the pain that you have. Inhale. Fill the lower belly by expanding the diaphragm and allowing the air to fill the lower lungs. Fill the upper lungs and then sip the air into the collarbones. And slowly release. I mean slowly, and relax the arms. Inhale. Literally resetting the vagus nerve as we bring these cleansing waters into the body, filling all the way up, sipping into the throat, and then releasing, like riding waves. Using Ujjayi breath, slight constriction of the breath at the back of the throat. Squeezing the breath out. Squeeze. Then inhale. Filling the glass completely with water, life-giving oxygen, and then releasing, allowing it to wash away anything you don't need. Washing away the mask. One more. And slowly release. And we're going to remember this three-part pranayama to use throughout our practices to help us, not to control the breath, just to continue to expand the breath so that we can cleanse the vagus nerve and body and take all those toxins out. So let's begin to open the heart center. We're opening our heart to truth. Maybe the secrets that our heart holds, but I can guarantee you when you breathe like this, a lot of stuff is coming up. So just allow it to release and flow out. Inhale, roll the shoulders back and look up. We're going to start small and then go bigger. Exhale, drop, chin to chest, bring the hands down. Inhale, squeeze the shoulders up. Exhale, look up. Inhale, bring the hands down, look forward. Now, squeeze the shoulders up, and bring the shoulders back and lean back. And then exhale. Notice how that feels, just letting everything out of the heart center. Inhale. Exhale, bring the hands down and drop the chin to the chest. Take a nice look inside. What do you need today? Good. Let's add our arms and open it even wider. Imagine the heart cracking open just like a walnut. And as you exhale, let that mask fall away. Inhale, gather all the joy that you want to bring and all the way forward. Bowing to all of that joy, truth. Inhale. Reach up and bring the hands back. Grab the behind or bring your fingertips to the back of the mat. Exhale. Release. Gather up all that joy and bring it all the way down. And one more. We always do 3 of everything. Inhale up, bring the hands behind. I'm going to grab the chair and as I exhale, pull back just slightly. Inhale, gather that emet, that truth, and then all the way forward. Share it. Oh. Drop the head. Good. Inhale, both arms up, reach. And a nice easy, a little bit of over to the right. Nice easy side bend, inhale, over to the left. And I look up under my lifted arm. That just creates a little more space in my lungs for more breath. And now I'm going to use both hands over and engage the yesod, engage the center, balancing out the lower part of the body with energy. Exhale. Inhale. Inhale up. Now reach forward before you come down. Reach and then come all the way down. If you're on the mat, bring your elbows to the mat. Good. Inhale all the way up. We're going to do some twists now. Twist behind and use your drishti to bring your neck a little bit far behind, your gaze behind you. Exhale. Inhale, fill the well. And then as you exhale, release anything you don't need. Just mentally let go of everything. Inhale up and physically let go of anything. As you twist behind, I'm going to use my drishti and twerk myself around a little bit more. We're just warming up the spine. Inhale up and around. Hands come out to the sides. Inhale and lift as you exhale. Inhale up and lift. Seated triangle. Looking up. Drishti is at the thumbnail. Inhale. Drishti at the thumbnail as you exhale. And up. Inhale. Exhale. Drishti at the thumbnail. And let's start with some big arm circles. So gathering in all of that energy of truth, all of the energy from all living things. And while you're doing that, stretch way up and reach forward. exhale. Inhale and all the way forward, Ashray, gathering in the things that bring us most happiness. And then we're going to create a force field at the end. So reaching forward and then make some big circles outward. So start building that force field of happiness and truth all the way around us. Good. Cross the arms. Give yourself a big hug. In one direction, good. Inhale out. Cross the arms with the other arm in front. Give yourself a big hug. And hands down. Let's start building that force field with a circle on the top of the head. Little circles on the ceiling or all the way up to the source. Breathing and then go in the other direction. So nice little circles, 3 in one direction, 3 in another direction. Good. Let's go a little deeper. So ear to shoulder, neck back, ear to shoulder, chin to chest, ear to shoulder, neck, head back, ear to shoulder, chin to chest. Breathing and releasing, lots of tension in the neck. So go in the other direction and release that tension from the neck. Release what you're holding in the spinal area where it attaches to the skull. Just let that go. If you've got any thoughts stranded back there, just let them fly. Good. Meet me back with looking at me. Good, and let's begin with some hip circles now. So zeroing into the place where the spine connects with the hip girdle and creating some fluid in there. And as you create that fluid, allow it to wash away any stress that you're holding in that area. It's great, I love it. Let's add the arms. So we're building this force field all the way around us, happiness and truth. Inhale, oneg and emet today. Oneg and emet. And then go in the opposite direction. All the way around. Everything that makes us happy, gathering that all together. Good. Arms are up, big circles in, gathering all that in. Good. One more time. Bring the hands up into Anjali Mudra with palms press, 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 press. Left hand over the heart, right hand over, and store all of that joy and emet in the heart center. Heart hugs. Inhale and release. And now we are going to stand if you're able to. If you're not, you can do this in the chair by just bringing knees out and doing forward fold. But we are going to stand. You don't have to use the chair, but I'm showing you how helpful it is sometimes when you have the chair to use that. There's a lot of different ways we can use the chair, but I'm going to just bring it right here and bring my feet out to the side. Good. We're going to start with, actually, you can't see me, so I'm going to do this. Inhale, exhale, and let's just warm up the knees and the hips by just bending the knees, opening the heart. Spine is tall. Exhale. Inhale, straighten the knees. Exhale, bend the knees. Let's have some praise for everything we can't control. That's a lot. Good. Inhale, come up, and as you exhale, open the arms and the heart. Devi Asana. I love this pose because it's, first of all, it's a goddess pose as opposed to God, so it's feminine. Inhale, exhale, send all that and that truth, that praise out to the world. Inhale, exhale, open the arms, open the heart, open the possibilities of this day. Good. Inhale, send all that hope and love and possibility and joy out to the world. Good. Bring hands into the hip creases for our letting go. Inhale, as you exhale, hinge forward. I'm going to grab the chair though, and I'm not going to come down that far. Just going to use it as a prop. And then finally, just drop the head forward if you can or you wish. Drop the hands to the mat and allow everything to flow away from the shoulders. Let go of control. Rip away the mask. Be vulnerable. Know that you can't do everything. It's not about perfection. Breathe into the back. Release, release, release. Inhale. And as you exhale, hinge back up. And you let go of control. You're going to let everything go. Release the shoulders. Bring the toes out to 45 again. Inhale, exhale, bend the knees. Now, if you want to go a little bit deeper, do that. If you want to go all the way down into Hindi squat, do that. This is your practice. Do what you need for yourself. Inhale, exhale, open the heart center. Inhale, exhale, star pose. Shine, let your stars shine throughout the world. Bring all those joys, hopes, and dreams to bear. Now, press the palms together. Inhale, exhale, press, 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 press. Left hand on heart, right hand over. Store all that good energy in the heart center. All that letting go. Shake it out because your legs should be a little bit sore. We're going to do a sun salutation. How are we using all of our energy, our strength for good? How are we using our strength for good, for change? Now I'm going to use my chair, but you don't have to. You can go all the way down to the mat if you wish. But if you want to, I'm going to show you how to use the chair for Surya Namaskar. Sun salutation, action in the world. So hands are starting in Anjali Mudra. It's a little cold, so I'm going to rub them together. Inhale, exhale, swan dive all the way down. Fingertips to the mat. Good. As that's an exhale. Inhale, half forward fold with fingertips on the shins. As you exhale, grab the back of the chair and step back with your right and left legs, or you can be down in downward facing dog on the mat. Good. Inhale. And as you exhale, just press your hips towards the chair and look up. This would be upward dog, everybody on the mat. Inhale, exhale, back to downward dog. Good. Inhale, I'm going to lift my right leg. And then as I exhale, I'm going to bring my foot down towards the chair and plant the heel behind. Up here on the mat, you're going to be in a lunge. And I'm going to be right here. Good. Inhale, exhale, step forward. And reach. And this is Virabhadrasana 3, but I love doing it with Surya Namaskar. Good, grab the chair, drop the back leg. Bring that right leg to meet the left. Downward facing dog. If you're on the mat, you do that. Inhale, exhale, step forward with the right and the left. Reverse swan dive, hands into Anjali Mudra. So you're good. Good, let's do the other side. Inhale, exhale, swan dive down, fingertips to the mat. Inhale, flat back or half fold. And as you exhale, hands down to the mat or grab the chair, step back with the left leg and then the right. Downward facing dog. Inhale, exhale, press the hips towards the chair, look up, or upward dog. Inhale, exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift the left leg up. And as you exhale, draw the knee towards the chest, place it between the hands or towards the chair. So if you're down on the mat, you're in lunge. Good. Inhale, exhale, step onto the left leg. And when you're on the mat, it's hard to do that, but you'll have to come up and then come into warrior three. Reach forward. Inhale, exhale, bring left leg back to meet the right. Downward facing dog. Inhale, exhale, left foot forward and then right. Reverse swan dive, hands up. And hands in Anjali Mudra. Spirits rising. And turn to face forward. Release the hands down. Inhale and release Tadasana. You felt your spirit rising. I sure did. That was wonderful. Already feeling that removal of all of that stuff, and my masks are disappearing. Well, right now we're going to go down into Utkatasana chair pose. We're going to make a kavana or a blessing for ourselves today. What is it that you need most to be able to be your true self? What do you need most to be your true self? Let's bring our hands into the hip creases. Inhale, and as your feet are about hip distance apart, exhale and sit back into the chair. Now you can do this from your chair. You can use a chair as a prop. If you're sitting in a chair, just come to the edge of the chair. So I did promise this was a chair practice today, but if you're doing this, just come to the edge of the chair and then hold your blessing for yourself in your hands. Just hold that blessing, breathe. This is where the pranayama, the breath, comes in handy. Breathe, and then step into the feet. Woo. Nice. Let's do one more time. Inhale, hands hip creases. Exhale as you sit back in a chair. Now push away anything that is not allowing you to be your true self. Push it away, breathe, and push. Get rid of it. Get rid of it. That's feet. Straight out. We're going to do one more thing, which I like doing with the chair, and that's just the one-legged chair pose. So bring the left ankle onto the right knee. Bring hands into prayer pose. And then extend the hands forward towards your prayer, your blessing of truth. It helps to use a drishti or a point to fix your gaze and then fly. Good. And then I'm going to come onto the other leg. When you're doing this kind of balance, you don't need to worry as much about getting the leg as strong because you have the stability of the other leg as it's balanced there. And then if you'd like to bring your hands into Anjali, and then bring your hands into Vajra and point out to that truth, to Satya. And breathe. And fly. That's good. And even though this is a chair practice, it's still a really good workout. Just shake it out. And we are going to do a triangle. And I'm going to do this standing. Again, if you need your chair, do that. But if you're seated, you can do the triangle just like we did earlier, just using your arms. And that'll be great. This is excellent for aligning ourselves with our truth. So let's come to one side of the mat and then step out with the left leg, bringing right toes in, 45. Let's listen. And then open the right hip. Inhale, exhale, drop the shoulders. Reach way out over that standing leg. Come into triangle. Open the heart. The drishti or the gaze is at the thumbnail. Or it could be down at the toenail, whichever you wish. Let's be at one with ourselves and accept everything about ourselves. It's just that acceptance and listen to what our heart needs today. Inhale, exhale, bring the back hand to back thigh, left arm over. And right back over into triangle. And listen. Good. Come up. Let's go straight to the other side. So right toes straight, left toes in, 45. Inhale and just bring that left hip open. Inhale, raise the arms, and exhale, drop the shoulders. Reach way over that standing leg. Come into heart opening, Trikonasana. Breathe. Inhale, left hand, left back thigh, right arm over. Down one more time. And reach up, reach down. Oh. Toes together, hands on the heart. Stand true. Release the hands down. And we're going to do a couple of balances. Chair comes in real handy for this. We're going to start how I always like to start, which is with the marching balance. So let's bring all of our weight onto the right leg. And imagine I came to the floor because it's really hard balancing on a squishy mat, and it's on carpet too. So I'm going to come back. Put all of the weight now into your right leg, and imagine that it's a root of a tree. The tree is telling you everything you need to know. That you need to make it strong before you start the balance. And then find a drishti, which is a nikuda, or a point, that you're going to fix the gaze. And then lift the knee into the hands. And then, if you can let go, grab the knee. if you can't, just use the chair. And breathe. Inhale and slowly bring that knee out. Continue to balance. And then lift the opposite arm up. Now this can also be done, you can grab your big toe if you'd like to and extend the leg out. Or you can just grab the knee. This is the first step to this. We might do this next week. Because next week is our tapas practice and release. Tapas means we do the best that we can. I can't move around the chair, so I'm just gonna move it. Now, come onto the left leg and bring that root down, that telling tree, all the way down into the earth. And then lift the knee into the hands. You can stay here. If you want to just keep your foot down, that's fine too. Or lift it slightly, but if you can, find a drishti, grab the knee. This is so strengthening for all of the spirit, the energy centers, for the heart, your mind, for the vagus nerve, and breathe. Bring the knee out to the side and lift that opposite hand if you can. Just hold on to the chair. And release. That breath is coming in real handy now. Okay, we're going to do a star balance, which is one of my favorites. So come back to the side of the chair, or you can just do this on your mat. I'm going to use my chair though, because I'm going to step into the chair with my leg and then lift my arm and leg and look up. This is really half moon balance, and if you're on the mat, you can come all the way down and balance with your hand all the way on the mat. Breathe. Breathe. And let's do the other side. So step into the mat. And if you don't have a chair, that's absolutely fine. You can balance or bring your hand all the way down to the mat and look up, lift the arm, lift the leg, and breathe. This works great with the couch too. Not so good with the coffee table in front of it, but breathe. And come down. Good, let's make our hallelujah force field. Bring that truth and everything that we need for ourselves into our force field today. I love having a force field. Release the hips, because it brings me back to what I need every single day. Hands and heart center, let's store up that knowing, that truth, and that light. If you want to come down to the mat, you can for what we're going to do next, but I like using the chair for these stretches, and then we're going to do a plank pose as well. So bring the chair out, or if you've got your sofa there, that's absolutely fine. Or if you're on the mat, you can come onto all fours and come into pigeon, but I'm just going to bring my foot up onto the chair. I love this stretch. I learned it in a chair yoga class, and I started using it with my older adults, and they just love it. So inhale, exhale, and bend the knee. We're going to just start with that. And then as you inhale and exhale, straighten and look down. Inhale, exhale, bend the knee, and raise the arms. Inhale, exhale, straighten the leg and look down. And we do the bird dog balance all the time. If you want to do that, that's fine too. Inhale, exhale, and reach up, and then open the arm. Gives you a completely different stretch. Bring both arms up Straighten the leg, look down. Good, and release that leg. And notice the difference. I just stand, I can totally notice. Now I need to do the same on the other side because the hips need to match. So I'm going to step forward with the opposite leg. Inhale, exhale, just bend the knee. Now if you have knee concerns, you need to be careful about this, and then straighten and look down. But I don't have, even though I work with 80-year-olds, none of them seem to have any trouble doing this. Inhale and exhale, straighten the leg. Inhale, exhale, lift the arms. Lift and reach for that satya, that's truth. Inhale, exhale, look down, straighten the leg. Inhale, exhale, bend the knee and look up. Inhale, open the arm. You get a completely different stretch in the hip. Exhale. Inhale, bring both arms up. And then as you exhale, straighten it. And drop. And the last thing we're going to be doing before we sit down is a plank, chair plank. So if you're in your mat, just go into plank. You know what plank is. But if you've got your chair, come into plank on your chair. I'm just going to drop my elbows all the way down and breathe. Engage the core, drop the hips towards the mat or the chair, and breathe. Inhale, push back into dolphin. Exhale. Inhale, drop the hips. Bring the feet forward and that's good. And now come to your seat. Again, I've got my block here that I need because we're going to do a stretch during the Kaddish prayer before we go into Shavasana. So now is the time in our practice when we bring to mind those who are in our hearts, perhaps their memories bring blessing, perhaps their memories bring trauma and pain. Whatever it is that your body is holding or whatever you need to release today, we'll do that. So let's begin by just stretching the right leg out. Circle the foot around to the left and to the right. If you're on your mat and you'd like to just be lying down, press the heel into the ceiling and do this. It's absolutely fine. Flex and lighten. Let anything you don't need flow into the course, the flow of the river. Inhale and exhale. Allow the blessing of memory to flow through you. The truth of that hits hard sometimes. Inhale, flex. Now I'm going to bring my ankle, right ankle onto the left knee, and press down to release anything I don't need out of that right hip. Inhale, reach up and over. Good. Inhale, reach up and do a nice easy twist. Inhale. And the other side. Just the easy, gentle twist. Release from the hips. Any emotions you don't need, anything that's bothering you that might still be with you, release that leg and then press that same leg out again. Lift the opposite arm, reach up and stretch forward. Drop the chin to the chest. If you're on the mat, you can certainly do this. And drop that leg and then notice the difference in the hips, the length of the leg, the length of the spine. I can even see it in the video. I need to do the other leg. So let's raise the left leg and just circle the foot around to the left and the right. Lift in the spine. Don't let the spine collapse. Create space. Breathing as you inhale, flex, exhale, point. Inhale, flex. Exhale, point. Inhale, flex, and bring that ankle onto the knee. Press down gently to open that hip up. Feel the release of anything you don't need as you inhale. Arms up and then fold forward. Inhale up. And let's do a nice easy twist. Inhale up. And a twist to the other side. And then extend that leg out one more time. Reach way up. And fold down towards the toes. Try to grab the toe if you can. Drop the chin to the chest. It's our last move. And release. Good, you made it. Now I can just sit right back into the chair or lie down on the mat with the hands to the sides for well-deserved Shavasana. Well-deserved washing. All of the practice, allowing these waters of truth, the cleansing of anything that we don't need from the body, the restoration of the vagus nerve. No control of the breath. Allow the breath to flow in and to flow out at whatever pace that you wish. Although I hope that you notice that the breath is deeper and steadier. Bring yourself to your relaxation place. A space where you feel completely cared for and safe, where you can remove all of your masks, all of the war paint that you wear, and be completely accepted for exactly who you are, accepting a self of exactly who I am. Allowing the truth of our practice to absorb into the cells of the body. The cleansing, the cleanse from the inside out. As this blanket of truth is drawn up over the feet, we feel that being drawn up over the legs, over the hands and the hips, over the arms, tucked in and under the chin. And that blessing of Satya and an act of being true to ourselves, flowing through every pore, every vein, every artery. Allowing the miracle of these blessings to flow and be memorized by our subconscious, by our nerves, to be mended, allowing the light of truth to shine. Swallow in the throat. Wiggle the fingers and toes and bring yourself into the space, the chair, the mat that you're in. Bring hands to heart center, and we're going to end with 2 recitations of Shalom. Everything that was, that is, everything that shall be is in harmony. Inhale. Shalom. Shalom. Thank you for spending this hour with me today of truth, of Satya, of open-hearted love, of joy, and I wish all of you a most beautiful day, a day of light, a day of healing. Namaste.